Dr. Kemi for Kemi Talks Media. It's Saturday, the 22nd of March 2025. Now you see why I put the date on my work. It's a standard in journalism. Though I'm retired, a lot of you always commend me for dating my work. On Sunday, December 1st, 2024, I wrote a story and I did a video about 6 girls who were missing from a Lekki party. The story went across the blogs, even some of the media carried it, and some of us called the police headquarters to find out if there was a case of 6 missing girls. There was a problem with that case, and if you remember me on the video, I said the parents were not cooperating. Like, nobody went to the police to say, oh, my daughter is missing. My son is missing, my daughter is missing, all these children are missing. Well, I have breaking news for you. The 6 girls that were missing at that Lekki party were actually trafficked into sex slavery. Now I'm going to tell you where I found those girls. I found at least 2 of them in Ghana. We rescued one of them thanks to a Ghanaian Uber driver that I will keep anonymous. And we got her to the border. We got her into a car that will go to a certain area of Togo where she'll catch another car and go to Lagos. When I spoke to her, she said something of the sort that she was at a party in Lekki with her friends and suddenly they woke up in Ghana. During the NDLE spaces, I talked about GHB, Rohypnol, and all these drugs that they use to spike drinks, and that you should be careful when your daughters are going to birthday parties. This girl went to a birthday party. Next thing, she was trafficked into sex slavery. She told me she had sex with 10 men a day for the woman that trafficked her. The woman did not have a passport on her. Some of these girls have passports and they lie to them to get that passport, and they're going to work in Ghana, they're going to work in Oman, they're going to work in Qatar, all these different countries, but yet they're going to be sex slaves. Old Nigerian women about my age, 60 years old, are trafficking these girls from the villages in Igbo land. Most of the Igbo girls are in Ghana. We're seeing them, they're running for help to us, begging to go back to Nigeria. She said, I didn't like the work I did. Okay, everything hurts in my body. 10 men a day she was out to sleep with. I asked her if she had a passport. She didn't have one. Some of them have passport. They have to abandon it with the woman because they swear them to secrecy and all that. Those are the ones that know they're going. However, she was drugged along with the others. When I asked her where the other girls were, she said one of them ran away. She's somewhere in northern Ghana. She said the others are not in the same house she's in, that they sold them as slaves. In other words, when they traffic them, the men that take these girls from these birthday parties to Ghana or wherever they're going now sell them to different people to be earning money by selling their pussy and bringing the money to the madam. This is what's going on. I'm going to get in touch with Abike Dabiri, Honorable Abike Dabiri, on Monday, okay? Because she needs to know about this. I've retired as an investigative journalist, but I happened to be in Ghana earlier this year, and this is what I saw. You know, I go to Ghana a lot because I have clients there and things. So it shocked me when this girl was trying to flee, and this Uber driver was telling me this and asking me for a direction or help. The Uber driver knew how to get to Nigeria by road. You know, has she ever gotten a passport? She said no. We put her in the car, and that car was supposed to go to a spot in Togo where we called somebody who's going to meet her there. Okay, and because of the ingenuity of how some good Nigerians in Ghana have network, we know some people in Ghana immigration at the Togolese border who will help facilitate this movement with the Togolese so she can get the car there and go back to Nigeria. She has since arrived in Lagos and she has called us. She said she's not with her parents. These girls are underage. This is how we lose our children. And I don't know why the parents of these missing girls did not cooperate with police. Remember when we were at the job, you said, and all the other police people, Ben Hyundai and everybody, they said they have no reports from any families that their children were missing. Did some of these parents knew that their children were going to be trafficked? I don't know. I really don't know. If they didn't have any connection with the trafficker, it's not like the girl is sending them money back home for selling her pussy. What is this? Anyway, watch my video from December. Because if we don't dig enough, we don't find these things. The Nigerian media is just useless to the core. Okay, I'm going to get in touch with Abike Dabiri on Monday and let her see my video. Honorable Dabiri needs to know this. She knows what's going on. They went to rescue some boys in Ghana. Those ones were locked in a house doing Yahoo. No food, nothing. And the people that put them in there fled when the police was coming. Nigerians, let's wake up. Okay? If the mainstream media is not digging enough, be careful. Warn your children not to drink alcohol at parties or even punch or anything, because they're putting GHB, Rohypnol, and other drugs in there. And these girls are sleeping and they traffic them and they wake up and they become sex slaves. I can't say anymore. Please stay safe. I'm just glad the one girl is alive. She said the other one ran to northern Ghana. Probably get to northern Ghana, marry somebody, they have kids, move on with their life. I don't know. But the other four, she doesn't know where they are. They were all distributed to different people for sex slavery, just going to a friend's party. You remember the friend herself cried out that all her friends just vanished. They went to do hair, the hairdresser. I mean, wake up, people. The great journalist of Nigeria, Dr. Kemi Lawrence for Kemi Talks Media. It's Sunday, the 1st of December, 2024. Let's talk about this story unfolding on social media in Nigeria right now about 6 girls missing after they attended a Lekki house party. The time right now is 1:36 p.m. Sunday afternoon in Nigeria. And I'm doing this live because I want you to understand what happened here. This is a case where the security agencies need to be called, and some of the parastatals, and I'll tell you which ones. It's not new. It's happened before. This is a case where these young women could be in very big danger, one way or the other. I'm going to tell you the one way, and I'm going to tell you the other. Going to a house party is not a big deal. I did it when I was 16 in Ikoyi. I'm 60 years old now. The key to going to a safe house party is to make sure, one, you're going to a party where your parents know the parents in that house. Okay? 2, make sure there's no alcohol in that house, that anyone is underage drinking. 3, make sure there are no firearms where a gun can go off. That one is usually applicable in the American ones. However, I want to tell you this because this has happened before in Nigeria. I'm going to explain it carefully to you. Your girls are going to the party. They're going to do their hair, their nails, and they're going to chill. I don't have any age range for these missing girls, but we'll find out more as the day comes. They said one of them missed the party because she was late at the hairdresser. Good for her. But I can tell you most of the time these girls are underage. The situation in Osun State, when that happened 3 years ago, I spoke about it clearly on the NDLEA, and I had a space on this, invited the NDLEA to my space, and I was on their spaces for an 18-month campaign. I have been on the NDLEA spaces now for 29 months, okay? But I did an 18-month campaign, and this was spoken about. The first thing we have to find out now is where are the girls, where were they last seen, who held the party, the location, the adults that owned the home, and all that. The first line person, the police. Somebody should call the police by now if they're missing. Number 2, Abike Dabiri, the chief of diaspora and all those things, okay? NAP tip needs to be called right away. Even before Abike Dabiri, NAP tip, the Nigerian agency that talks about trafficking. The ones that rescue young people from trafficking. There could be a whole bunch of different things that have happened here, one way or the other. Let me tell you the one way, because I'm going to use that Osun State case to explain it to you. Some girls went to a party, a house party in Osun State, young girls underage. While they were at the party, something was put inside the punch. The punch is the drink where they mix juice, sodas, and maybe a touch of alcohol in there. Okay? That's what they call a punch, a party punch. Not fruit punch, a party punch. People make it as cocktails at bars, restaurants. They make it in their homes as well. Very common in parties. Today, punches at parties are inserted with drugs, specifically GHB, gamma hydrobutyrin, GHB, Rohypnol, the date rape drug, okay, flunitrazepam, all those things are tablets that they could have put in there. Okay, GHB is a liquid, and once that happens, they're drugged out. The girls are literally unconscious. They cannot control themselves. They could be raped, taken advantage of, and even killed. We remember Afiba and Celine. Earlier this year, they're still missing. They went to do a hookup with a British guy, a British Nigerian, Andrew. Andrew was killed by the police. There's a lot to that one case. I'll get to that in another video. But as of now, there are different things women are used for. Rituals. They may need all those 6 girls' body parts for rituals. They may never be seen again if their bodies are caught up and used for rituals. Breast, vagina, all that. Number 2, human trafficking, which is the good part, which is still not good. They should alert all the authorities in countries like Ghana, Libya, okay, and maybe other countries where trafficking is prevalent. Most of those ones are usually across the ocean, where somebody has been tricked to go work as a house girl. But these house party ones, I'm going to tell you about the one in Osun State. Let's go. A couple of years ago, about 3 years ago, I believe it was 2021 into 2022. This is the holiday period. Talk to your girls. These girls went to a party in Osun State. Their drink was spiked, and they all passed out. They now transported the girls to Kano. The girls were on their way to Libya as sex slaves. By the time they wake up, they'll be in Libya and they'll be used as sex slaves. They will be sold. There's slavery going on in Libya where girls have been sold to the Libyans for sex. When they got, this has been done by Nigerian men. When they got to Kano, 2 of the girls woke up and they escaped. One went to the police in Kano. The other one took a public transportation to the next town or city. And from there, she found her way back to Osun State. Both girls triggered a police investigation, which linked them together and back to Osun State to find out the names of the other girls and their families. All the families were noticed that my girl didn't come back from the party. The girls on their way to Libya were about to cross into the desert when authorities in Kano arrested the guys that did it. At least the guys who were trafficking them. Maybe they're not the ones that drugged the drink at the party, but they were arrested. Everybody was lucky in that one. Many of the girls were united with their family. They were very lucky. The same is happening in Ghana. They rarely drug them into Ghana. They just tell them they're going to work. Some of the girls think it's work as in nanny and all that. Some know that it's prostitution. Some don't even know. I have met girls in Ghana. I remember last year, August of 2023, when I did my birthday and I filmed it at the beach. That particular trip, near where we were staying, I met 3 girls who escaped from a madame's house who was shipping small Igbo girls. Yeah, I said Igbo. Small Southeast girls into Ghana to come have sex, hookups, all that. So where are we right now? If your child is in there, please, you have a very, very important thing to do now, because like I said, it's one way or the other. Sacrifices, body parts, and also trafficking, human trafficking. You need to get up. I'll be praying for you. Go to the police. Call NAPTIP right away. NAPTIP. NAPTIP. They're on Twitter. This is very urgent. Okay, the woman that's putting all this on social media, good for the awareness, but you should be going out there to the police and informing the families. Well, you've watched my video. I'm not in Nigeria. I'm outside Nigeria. Spread this video, people. Be safe. Be careful. Ask your children where they're going. Know the families in that house. Know the people.